Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Papaw's Place. As always, if this is your first time here, thanks for dropping in. Feel free to drop in anytime you feel. If you ain't never hit that subscribe button, right now would be a good time to reach down there and hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, because you never know what you may see going on here at Papaw's Place. Guys, we ain't got but a couple more weeks to deer season. And I'm going to be after them with the trad bow this year. But last year I was really wanting to kill me a deer with this Ballista bat reverse mini crossbow. Now some says this ain't big enough to kill a deer with. Well, I'm going to try to prove you wrong on that. I said last year when I made videos on this, now don't buy one of these thinking it's like no crossbow to shoot long distance. This is more, you got to treat it like hunting with a traditional recurve bow. You got to have them up there 10 yards, 15 yards tops. But if you didn't see one of my latest videos, I made me a little quiver for mine. Actually it holds 4 arrows, but I got 2 here. That's what we're going to be talking about, is my setup. And I went with just a cheap reflex sight on mine, and I really love it, and the kids love it. It's fun for the kids to shoot. I made me a little bracket here where I can put my GoPro right there on the bottom of it. Try to get me a good video this year shooting me a deer with it. If I do, last year I got so close, guys. I only carried this thing 3 or 4 times, and the one time I had a deer and I had her dead to the right. She was right under me. Probably wasn't 7 steps under me. But I was so focused on making sure that I was going to get low enough with me being so high and her so close. I was focusing on and thinking about when she drops, I needed to be really aiming low. And when I pulled the trigger, the bow like to jumped out of my hand. I wasn't paying attention, and the limb here hit the top piece of my stand. So I never carried it back after that, because I was still at that time hadn't killed one with my trad bow yet. But I got one with my trad bow, and we're going to do better this year. We've been practicing all year long. In case you new to my channel and ain't been watching, I've bow hunted all my life, compound bows. Then I went off to work for about 10 years and basically didn't get to do no bow hunting. And I started back last year in 2024, but when I started back with recurves and longbows. Now, and that's not saying I don't hunt with my compound any. I'm just saying I picked up something new, and that's what my videos and all was talking about, is trying to kill them with the trad bows. And then I got this little fella, and I want to kill one. But what I want to talk about is I have been shooting this thing and shooting it and shooting it and shooting it since I've got it. Trying to come up with what I think is the perfect setup to kill a deer. Now I've tried 10 different broadheads. And I'm talking about from name brands to some Amazon knockoffs. First one I tried is my all-time favorite that I still have on my compounds, is a 4-blade muzzy. Then I tried the 3-blade muzzy. Just never could get them to shoot very accurate out of here. Well, I think the next thing I tried, I don't know the brand of these, but this is a brand name broadhead. Some of y'all might know it's 3 blades. It really veered off. Never could get it to do anything. Then I tried another name brand one right here, and I don't know the name of them, guys, because they ain't in the packs no more, and this ain't a broadhead that I ever really shot. But my buddy gave them to me. He had some packages of them where he'd won them at different things or benefits or stuff. But whatever that one was, it's a name brand. I tried it. Now it shot better than this one, but I never could get it to do anything. So there I go. I'm like, well, I don't know. Well, the one that I found that done the best, And I have no idea what this is or where it came from, but I had 4 of them. Been in my bow box for years. They look like a small version of the Simmons sharks. Now that little 2-blade right there was the most consistent shooting I could get out there to 15 yards. And I hope I got it focused in there where y'all can see it. So I'm alright, at least I found something. But I kept on. Next we had these right here. Now I think these come from, I didn't purchase them, but I think these some of them brands that come from Walmart. Now they some little sharp 3 blades with a razor blade on the front. I'm like, that ought to cut easy going in. Well, they didn't really shoot to satisfy me. So then one night I just ordered me a sample of these knockoff broadheads off Amazon. And the first one is that right there. I don't know what that's the knockoff of. But it didn't shoot good in this mini crossbow. But I'm going to tell y'all, I killed 2 deer with it last year out of the regular crossbow. And it shoots good out of my traditional bow. Like I said, I don't know what that's a knockoff of. But it's just it's an Amazon Chinese knockoff of another broadhead. Because I've seen some looks just like them. And you can get these sharp. I'm talking about, I got a deal, what is that little washer? It's called a washer sharpener. It looks like 2 washers you pull it between. It'll get them where they'll shave hair. So even though they Chinese made, they will get sharp. Alright, well then we moved on. Again, I don't know what that's a knockoff of. It kind of reminds me of the old bear broadheads back in the day. Except instead of having the bleeders whack here toward the middle, they kind of up toward the front right there. Again, this broadhead, I can shoot it through my trad bows. Shoots good. Now this one here, being made out of a stainless steel, it was harder to get sharp. But you can get them sharp too. But that didn't shoot worth the crap. That really went to flying off out of this mini crossbow. What we on there now? About 8, 7? Then I tried this. Now I know some of you know that's not the name brand one. That's the knockoff. What they call that, the one-sided bevel. I tried that and it shot pretty decent, but I just didn't trust that one-sided bevel penetrating enough out of this mini crossbow. But that would have been my 2nd place out of everything I've showed you so far. And then these other knockoffs from Amazon. Now these ain't the toughest broadheads right here, because they will bend. But these jokers right here, guys, is easy to sharp. I mean, I can get these shaving real quick, sharpening them. Now this one don't shave, none of these shave out here. I've been shooting them. But that right there, now I got it set up on one of my other trad bows, not my number one I'm gonna be hunting with, but I got that set up in another trad bow. I'm gonna shoot a deer with it this year. But when you put it in this crossbow, it made it go flying too much. Y'all wondering where I'm going with this. Well, that's 9 broadheads. And the only one I could settle on was this one right here. Well, the next thing I done on these Ballista bat sting boats, they come with these aluminum inserts in them. They weigh, I think, like 40 grains, somewhere between 40 and 50 grains on my scale. So I bought some of these stainless steel ones that weighs 150 grains. Put them in my boats, tried every one of them broadheads. Just nothing ever satisfied me. I mean, at 15 yards, I want to at least be able to put it in the kill zone, which I really ain't gonna shoot no deer at 15 yards. But on that deer out there, that target, at 15 yards, if every shot wasn't in there, that meant it was off too much for me. Well, I broke down last year and I brought me some of these Simmons Swamp Sharks for my trad bow. After I done shot a couple of deer with my trad bow and lost them, I said I'm finna buy some of these, and they ain't cheap. But they get razor sharp. Now the ones I got in my trad bow I think weighs 190 grains, and these here's 175 grains. Well, first I started shooting these while I had the stainless steel insert in there, and they was flying good. I'm like, man, I done come on to something here. But then I unscrewed it and I screwed it in one of these bolts that just had the aluminum insert so it wouldn't be so front heavy. And guys, if you got one of these blister back crossbows and you want you a jam up broadhead, because that baby right there, when it goes through a deer, it's going to be doing some cutting. That's the one I killed my first deer with my trad bow last year, and hopefully get 2, 3, 4, 5, who knows. This year I'm going to be after as many as I can get with that trad bow, one with this. But that's a Simmons Swamp Shark. The total weight of this setup right here is like 347 grains. Now if I put that on there, then it would basically be 400 or something. That's what I said, it was falling out too quick. So with the aluminum insert, with that 175 grain, this has satisfied me. And that's the purpose of this video, is for anybody that's got these little ballista bat bows that's wanting to hunt on them. And I'm going to say it again, you really don't need to be shooting deer over 10 yards. I mean, you got to treat it like 15 is max. You do not need to shoot a deer with this over 15 yards. But I will tell you, these got 150-pound limbs on this reverse one right here. And with my air, it's only shooting like 242, I believe it was. Yeah, because I was like 251 or something with that other broadhead that was lighter. This one was like 242 on the chrono. But the thing is, it ain't got much draw here for your force, so that's why it won't shoot, even though it's shooting way faster than a trad bow and way faster than most compounds when they first come out. You still ain't gonna get no long distance because it starts falling out. But at 15 yards, I don't know if y'all can see that black block over there, or that other block hanging off the bottom of that stand out there. I can't shoot them in it because it sinks them all the way up, and the blocks is just about the same width as the air, so you won't be enough here to grab a hooked on to pull them out, and the tip ain't sticking out enough to pull them out. I was having to use a pair of pliers and ended up breaking 2 of my bolts here trying to get a hooked on with pliers to pull them out of them. So I went back to my dirt pile out there, but it's dry as hot as it is. We ain't had a rain right here in so long. It rains all around us about every day, and it's thundering right yonder right now. But I was shooting in it, but it's hard as a rock. So after I got it hit, and I went back to shooting at my doe deer here. But yeah, I plan on getting me a deer with that. And if you got one of these, I got a video where I made this little quiver here out of just a $7 Amazon quiver or $10 Amazon quiver. Because the one they make for it goes on crossways or something. Well, I made mine where when it holds 4 airs. See, they 2 angled on each side, and you can still shoot just like this. Ain't nothing all crossways and stuff. So I'll attach that video at the end in case you got one of these and want to check that out. It's very simple to make. But let's go over there and shoot this little thing to show y'all that it'll shoot. Now I got my chair sitting right there, and it's 15 yards to that deer. Now what I got it shooting it just a tad low at 15 yards because I want it more dead on at 10 yards. So I'm shooting at 15 yards to show y'all the flight that these Big Simmons broadheads do in this. And another thing I'll do is I'll shoot that deer from right here at 15 yards, and then I'll shoot it with a recurve bow with a 480 grain air, pulling 44 pounds. And we'll show y'all that this thing penetrates as much as that trad bow. So let me get y'all over here on the other side. Now I set y'all right there where y'all can kind of see me shoot and see the doe deer at 15 yards, and then we'll walk out there and look. Also, I found that it shoots best when you put your broadhead just like you're fletching on the back, not turned up and down like this. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, I shot about 2 inches to the left, but I'm going to leave that right there. And I'm going to shoot this trad bow so we can do a penetration test. So I'll get up here. I think y'all can see me right there. Now we're going to walk out there and we're going to see the penetration on both of these. Y'all see my buck deer there? I come across that in a garbage can. That actually was a decoy deer. So I cut a hole in it. So if I missed that little bag there stuffed with rags, I hit a hard plastic deer, because that's a plastic deer. I just made that today. Found that in a garbage can somebody was throwing away. I actually took the horns off of this and put on that because I didn't have no ears or front legs. So y'all can see I hit a little bit to the left. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't shoot at a deer 15 yards. That's just where I practice. But as you know it, when I'm on camera, I'm gonna make the worst shot. So I'm gonna pull this out, and there's a white line. I'm gonna hold my hand right there on it. So it's sunk that deep. I'm gonna hold my hand on this one. So this is a practice point. That's the broadhead. The trad bow went in about 1 inch deeper. Also the trad bow hit over here where it shot up more, and this hit over here where it was harder. So we finna do this trick again. So we finna do it again, guys. I didn't like that first shot with this anyway. It ain't supposed to be to the left when I'm on camera. That's right where it's supposed to be. Now let me shoot the trad bow again. I'm just shooting a Black Hunter longbow. And I'll leave it laying right out here, hanging on that rack. It's been out here for weeks on weeks. Strung up and everything. Them was 2 good shots there. That ought to be better comparison. Yeah, them 2 right there where they're supposed to be. And it penetrated further too over here in this soft side. But the trad bow did too. But still, what y'all see, that's how much penetration this is getting at 15 yards. That's why I'm wanting to shoot mare deer with it. But like I said, I'm gonna be in a tree stand. I don't want no 15-yard shot. I want about a 8 to 11-yard shot. Let's shoot this little baby again. I love shooting this. And I got a 6-year-old and a 7-year-old grandsons, and they love shooting it too. Because it's so little. Another one dead in there. So the first one was right here, and then these two. But either way, guys, the thing's flying like bullets. I'm sure I pulled that one off to the left, because I'm just sitting there propping on my knee. And guys, I've seen a lot of reviews on these last year, which I wanted one with the extendable stock. I love that. That's an extra. They just sell the pistol what it is, just a pistol bow. But people was talking about they're having trouble with their strings. Now I'm gonna tell you, I have shot the mess out of this, especially in the winter time. I had a target in my shed and a heater in my shed, and I shot it every day. Now I did break the serving on the string, and then I put a new string on it, and probably 50 or 75 shots it broke the serving again. So since I serve my own bowstrings and actually make my own bowstrings for my trad bows, I double served right here where the bolt goes, and I haven't had a lick of trouble. It ain't broken. It has had the crap shot out of it, because the kids, every time they hear they want to shoot it, and now they don't shoot it that much because they start arguing and I have to put it up. They'll shoot it 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 times a piece when they hear. But if you'll double serve that line, just make sure you start and stop at the same width. Mine shoots. But it's amazing to me, who would have ever thought out of all these broadheads, this big old Simmons, to me, flies the best. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because the fletching ain't big enough back here on the back. It's guiding itself with them front wings. I don't know. But that broadhead right there, if you got one of these and you ain't happy with your broadhead set up, go to Simmons website. But I'm going to go on to tell you right now, these are not cheap. They come in a 3-pack, and you're going to pay about 60 bucks for 3 of them. That's why last year when I killed my first deer with it, the air broke off and I couldn't find my end with my tip on it, and I went back the next day and went in there looking, and I found it. I'm like, that's a $20 broadhead. I can't be losing them. But guys, that's it. I just wanted to give a little update on some of the blister bat folks out there on YouTube, and let you know, if you ain't never tried that, I've showed you everything I've tried the different inserts, and I just didn't have no luck. And I already had these because I'd got a packet of 195s or 190s, whatever they sell for, and a pack of 175s to try on my trad bows. So that's why I had these. But anyway, guys, I hope that helps some of you out. And if you ain't never subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Got any questions or comments about this bow or anything else, leave them in the comment section below. And also anything on my videos y'all see, just like this Ballista bat Simmons, I leave links in the description below this video, so you can just click on there, click on that little more button, and it opens up and you'll have links to where you can go look at that stuff in case you decide you may want to purchase it or interested in it. But I hope y'all have a great day and a blessed week. God bless. See y'all next time. Let's go look at that. That's 20 yards, but that's with the practice point. We shot the old paste pulled deer. It's 20 yards. No, I take it back. It's 18 yards now. I moved it up a couple yards. Right there. Now I'm gonna shoot that dirt pile out there. The little blue thing on the left, that's where we're standing right here is about 28 yards. Look at that. I hit that. I can't believe it. I can't believe I hit that free-handed 28 yards. So yes, you have to hold over. But the air didn't stick in the dirt. It hit the blue thing. The reason I know it because it jumped up. You can see where it hit the dirt pile though, right there. That's where it stuck, just like that. So I didn't make a solid hit, I just clipped it. So there's where it hit right there, and there's a piece off of it. I can't believe it. We're gonna shoot old Bucky there. Boom! Dead center. Even if you don't want one of these to hunt with, they just fun.